All right, everybody's talking about the upcoming legacy figures or generations figures that were found listed at some of the retailer databases. But I actually wanted to talk about the generations figures that we have yet to see and that we need to see, or at least I need to see, in the legacy line. Given the fact that Hasbro has probably made up their minds on what figures they're going to release for the legacy line, if we don't see these characters that are on my list for the legacy line, I'm hoping we get some form of exclusive line that's part of the legacy line, or maybe in the next generations line for 2023 we do get to see these figures. But still, I got my fingers crossed that we'll see these figures maybe as a surprise lineup for the legacy line, and if not, for the next generations line for 2023. So here are my top 10 figures that I still want to see, that I am begging Hasbro to just produce for the generations line, updated versions of these figures, at least if not for the legacy line, for the upcoming generations line. In at number 10 is Transmetals Megatron. This is Season 2 Beast Wars Megatron. Man, I'm happy we're getting the Dragon Megatron from Season 3. We're getting a bunch of stuff for Legacy, like Unicron Trilogy figures. We're getting Transformers Prime characters. But this Megatron, I never had this. It would be interesting to see how they do this with all the chrome bits. Maybe they're going to use metallic paint. I would definitely love to see this in the Generations line. At number 9 is Transmetals Cheetor. Oh my goodness, this is probably one of my favorite characters to get an upgrade in Season 2. I mean, he looks great. And again, I never had the toy. If we could get this figure in Generations, in Legacy, or whatever Generations line they're cooking up, I would love this figure. I would love to see a redeco, an updated version, maybe some more of the chrome bits and metallic pieces here and there. I would love to get my hands on this figure. Next, I mean, if we get Cheetor, we gotta get the Transmetal Rat Trap. Season 2 Beast Wars Rat Trap. Oh my goodness. I, again, never had this figure. I always wanted to get this figure. It was just so expensive to get. It would be just amazing if we could get this in an updated Generations format. In at number 7 is Optimus. This is Season 3 Optimus Primal. I mean, yeah, sure, we got one for Power of the Primes, but let's face it, that figure just fell short of what we wanted. A Generations format Optimal Optimus. I mean, we need a huge Optimal Optimus. If they give us a Commander class version of that figure, I'm all in. We need a flight mode, a vehicle mode, the gorilla mode, the small gorilla mode, the Optimus Primal mode. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Pull out all the stops and give us a proper Optimal Optimus with all the colors, the chrome and all that. We desperately need one, because that Power of the Primes version is just not cutting it. I mean, look at this guy. The Power of the Primes version is nothing close to what the original toy gave us. And the original toy is just ridiculously expensive, just selling for bonkers on the secondary market. Your best bet is just to get the third-party products, but even those are still so expensive. So maybe they can redo this character. If not in the Legacy line, I'm willing to wait a couple more years for a proper Optimal Optimus. At number 6, we need an Earth mode Generations Hound. We gotta get a proper Hound. I mean, the Siege Hound was great. The Henkei Universe Hound was okay, but they've already given us the masterpiece version of this character. I don't understand what's taking so long. Why can't Hasbro come up with the Generations updated version of one of my favorite Autobots of all time? Give us Hound, an Earthrise Earth mode Legacy Hound. Is that too difficult? They could just, I don't know how they're going to do it. They could shrink the technology, the engineering for that masterpiece out. I don't know. It's probably asking for too much, but I mean, seriously, I would have expected we would have gotten Hound by the second wave of Legacy or third wave, but I don't know if they're doing it. At number 5, we need a better looking Galaxy Force or Cybertron Optimus Prime. Now, we did get one for Siege, the Galaxy Convoy, something like that. I mean, it was, well, compared to the original toy, it was horrible. I mean, if Hasbro's quitting on this character, if they're saying that the Siege version was it, they're not going to redo that figure, then I would probably just save my money and maybe hunt down the original toy. Maybe if I could go to Japan or find the Takaratomi version somewhere and just get the original toy, because the original version of the Galaxy Convoy was superior, was so much better than what the Siege figure tried to do. So, I mean, come on, Hasbro. This is a no-brainer. You gotta get us a better looking Galaxy Convoy Optimus Prime. At number 4 is Transformers Robots in Disguise, the Samurai Autobot Drift. Now, we've been getting a lot of love from Transformers Prime. You know, I wouldn't call it love, actually. They're trying to redo Transformers Prime characters, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to do Robots in Disguise. I mean, the toys that they came out with were bordering on for the younger audience, and yet at the same time trying to please the more mature collectors, and they ended up pleasing no one. So maybe they can do a Generations format for the Robots in Disguise characters, and I think they can start with Drift. This would be an amazing update if they can give us something like this. In at number 3, and I'm probably alone in thinking this, but I don't know, I love this character. We need a Robots in Disguise Strongarm. The toys for the Robots in Disguise line just didn't do this character justice. I mean, I'm not saying they should redeco the Legacy or just retool the Legacy RC. I mean, come up with a new mold that would be a good representation of the Robots in Disguise Strongarm. I like this character. I could be in the minority, but I don't know. I want a modern update on this character with the female Autobot body mold, a more feminine looking mold, and a better looking alt mode. I mean, they gotta make this happen. We've gotten very little toys that really looked like Strongarm. It was like all of them were really masculine looking versions of Strongarm, and I kind of wish a third party company would come up with a better version of this character, but I'm hoping Hasbro and Takaratomi would do an official one. This would be a great Generations figure. I mean, she was funny, she was annoying at times, but I really love this character. At second place, this guy's my favorite character in the Transformers animated show. I mean, I know that show, not a lot of people liked it. I mean, the fans were divided with that show, but I love that show. I love the Transformers animated show. I love the opening theme, one of the best themes in my opinion for any Transformers show. And Prowl was my all-time favorite character from that show. We desperately need an updated version of this figure, and I'm hoping they don't do a G1ized or G1-ish version. I do hope we still get some of the elements of the cartoon mixed with a modern rendition, a Generations format, because this character was just amazing. He was like Snake Eyes on the show, or he could talk. He was like the ninja of the Autobots. I mean, I thought he was a much better character than Drift. He had a sleek motorcycle alt mode. Oh, come on, man. I mean, if they do this mold, they can easily repurpose this to an RC, Elita 1, Chromia. I mean, you name it. But it's an easy enough mold to do. They don't even have to do the one with the sidecar, because there was a point in time he became an actual samurai Autobot, and he had a sidecar for his armor. They don't even have to do this. They could do just the basic Prowl, but it would be awesome if they could also do this version. There's so many iterations they could play around with, and really they could just repaint the heck out of that mold. It would be easy money for Hasbro and Takatomi to do this character. And finally, in at number 1, I would love to see a Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. I mean, if they want to give us the first edition version, the Generations format of first edition Prime, that's all well and good. But if they could do this first, this would be amazing. With the Jetwing armor, the Gatling gun. Oh, come on, Hasbro. This is a no-brainer. This figure will sell. It will sell for the younger crowd, the younger collectors. It will sell for the older collectors. I mean, since you're already doing characters from the show Transformers Prime, I don't think it's too far-fetched an idea to do the Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. I mean, like I said, if they want to do this version, it's fine. Or maybe they could do both versions. You could have this armor accessory, or maybe that'd be too expensive. But if they do this one and they try and sell it to us at commander price, commander class, as a commander class figure, I'm all in. I mean, hopefully it's not going to be a Titan class, but as a commander class figure, this would be amazing. It has a huge truck mode. He's got that jet wing, bells and whistles with the Gatling gun, the rockets and all that. Man, come on, Hasbro and Takatomi, make it happen. So that's my top 10 list of figures and characters I do want to see still made for the Legacy line, or if not the Legacy line, an upcoming Generations line, maybe in 2023 or 2024. I'm willing to wait. Hasbro, please make these characters happen. There are a lot of the characters that I mentioned that are just long overdue, like Earth Mode Hound, a proper Galaxy Convoy, and a proper Optimal Optimus. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Please, these are the fan favorite characters that we desperately need modern, updated characters and figures. So what do you guys think of my top 10 wish list for the Generations line? Let me know in the comment section what you think. You agree with me, or do you think I should include other characters like, I don't know, Alpha Trion, Broadside? I don't know. Hit me up in the comments, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.